One bad order could cost you 20 minutes and make you almost no money. To be honest, I've made plenty of mistakes over the years, and those mistakes are exactly what helped me create my strategy I use to determine which Uber Eats orders are actually worth taking. Today I'm going to walk you through this system, so hopefully you can avoid some of the mistakes that I made. Now the first thing I look at is the pay. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So if the pay is under $5, I don't even consider it. If it's under 7, we'll give it a maybe. The second thing I look at is the estimated time. You're going to want to make sure you're getting the appropriate pay for your time and efforts. So if it's $10 but it says 40 minutes, that's not worth it for me personally. Okay, the third thing I look at is the mileage. A mistake I see a lot of new drivers make is assuming a high-paying order is automatically good. Sometimes you're driving 15 miles out of your zone and 15 miles back. So make sure you're considering the drop-off location. That's number 4. You're going to want to make sure you're close enough to a good area after drop-off to get a follow-up order and create a combo to prevent downtime driving 5, 10, 15 miles back to your hot zone. And the last thing I look at is the restaurant. Make sure you check this as well. Some restaurants are very quick and efficient, and some restaurants are very slow. There are times when I avoid Taco Bell. When they're very busy, you could be waiting up to 15 minutes, if not longer, for them to complete the Uber Eats order. They do the drive-through first, and then the in-store customers, and then the online customers. That's their priority system. And sometimes they're understaffed, so you just got to get familiar. Okay, so now let's look at some real offers. So here's the first one, $5, 6.5 miles. No, this is already a decline. 22 minutes, Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, if you're desperate, but this is a no for me. Next up, we got $4.58, 4.5 miles. This is a no for me. Normally, I don't take any orders under $7. If it's an add-on, I'll do $5 for 1 mile, 10 minutes. Okay, next up, we have $8.64. Okay, 19.8 miles. Decline, 44 minutes. I see why it's in the trip radar. Orders kept coming in. We then got a $14 order. Okay. 11 miles. Not bad. 46 minutes at Target for 6 items. Ooh. That's going to be a no for me. But if you're in a very slow area, you might want to take this. Keep in mind, I do DoorDash, Grubhub shipped as well, so I don't have to take these orders. I have more options from other platforms as well. All right, and then next up, we had a $17, okay, 69 cent, okay, order, 4.3 miles. Now we're talking for 56 minutes, though, 26 items, 41 units from Aldi's. Honestly, that's a no. But with the 41 items, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Next up, $5, no. 7 miles, no. 23 minutes, no. Okay, and then we got that Target order again. It's now $16, 11 miles, 45 minutes, 6 items. That's a little better. I would actually consider this, especially because I do shipped. So I could probably get a shipped Target order as well, or a DoorDash Target order to combine with this. I would have to be pretty desperate. It would have to be pretty slow to take that order, to be honest. Okay, and then they sent the Aldi's again for $19 now. So they're sending the orders, the same orders with more money. So that's why it's important to decline as well. Now that it's $19, it is more attractive, but it's still going to be a no for me. Honestly, all these orders have been pretty bad. If I were to take one, if I had to pick one, it would definitely be the $16 Target order, 45 minutes, 11 miles, 6 items, 9 units. In my opinion, that was the best. But that's only if you don't mind shopping. That would be the best one of the bunch for me. Let me know what you guys think of these orders down in the comments below. Sorry I couldn't get an example of a yes. I am taking these orders from home, and I'm not in a busy red zone, so that's why they're not as good as normal. If I were in a hot zone, I do assume that I would get better orders. Keep that in mind. Now that we went over a few orders, I do want to go over something with you guys. There are exceptions. In one of my recent videos, I took a $15 17-mile order, which I never usually take, but I was 15 miles away from home, and this order brought me 5 minutes away from home. So for me, I normally go for $10 orders, but when it's slow, I'll go for $7 orders. And it's still manageable. Instead of making 30 per hour, I'll go for 20 per hour, depending on circumstances. You also want to consider the possibility of hidden tips. Now, if the customer tips over $8, Uber Eats may hide part of that tip and only show you $8 of it. So if the base pay is $2 in your area, you're going to want to go for $10 orders, and those could have hidden tips. One example, I got an order. It was for about $10 on the offer card, but it was for about $200 worth of food or more to drive like 1 mile to a business. After drop off, after I waited an hour, the tip came through, and it was about $65. So I ended up getting paid about $67. Uber paid me $2. I ended up getting paid about $67, even though the offer card said $10. The last exception I would go over is if it's for a good restaurant that's quick, maybe you're friends with the workers, maybe you want to get a snack there or something, you could take that into account as well. Okay, now next up, the biggest mistakes. When I first started, I mostly looked at the payouts. I wasn't paying enough attention to the mileage, the estimated time, or where the order was taking me, which meant I spent too much time driving back to busy areas instead of accepting profitable orders. Looking back, I know that cost me money. There isn't one magical strategy that works everywhere. Every market is different, so take these ideas and adapt them to where you drive. The goal isn't to accept the most orders, it's to make the most money while driving the fewest miles possible. One thing that's really helped me is setting a realistic hourly goal. For me, that's about $25 an hour on average. So if an order is going to take roughly 20 minutes, I generally want it to pay at least $8.34. Now that doesn't mean every order has to hit that number, but having a target helps me make better decisions quicker over time. Lastly, remember, when you accept an order, you're also saying no to every other order that could come in during that time. Let me know what you guys think about my strategy and what your strategy is with accepting orders. Please drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing to support the channel. We just got over 800 subscribers, so I want to say thank you to you guys. We're still on our road to 1K, so let's keep it moving. All right, that does it for me. Hope you're doing well. See you on the next one. Mr. Hustle, out.